As gamers seem to have lost some faith in Xbox over the past few months, it seems the same can be said for our staff team. However, while this list of desired titles is much shorter than some of our others, there are still a number of Xbox titles to look forward to in 2026. There's a desperate desire for Fable still present among us, and console gamers may also be enticed by Subnautica 2, Gears E-Day, or Forza Horizon 6. Here's what got our staff talking about the most wanted Xbox games of 2026. Atomic Heart 2 is set to bring us back to the retro-futuristic universe of the first game and a sequel that looks set to build on what came before, with a new story and an expansive open-world setting. In the action-adventure RPG, the follow-up is also said to feature an updated and enhanced combat system and more player freedom. Set in the same universe as Atomic Heart, The Cube is a new MMORPG shooter that sees you jump into a world with various biomes and lots of characters to meet. A mysterious levitating cube hangs in the sky, and it's said that with each turn, it alters the laws of reality. With lots of enemies to face and boss battles to take on, the cube challenges you to try and survive whatever is thrown at you each round. What if Dead by Daylight had a baby with Cluedo? Meet Killer Inn, an upcoming multiplayer horror mystery game from Square Enix, where players have to deduce the culprit of an ongoing murder investigation or do the killing themselves. You can set traps and find other means to survive against the hidden killer in this Among Us-like. But if solving crimes or committing them isn't quite your bag, escape is always an option. In a world of wolves versus lambs, it's kill or be killed, or die trying. Stage Fright is the new co-op game from Overcooked developers Ghost Town Games. Promises plenty of its own blend of chaos for you and a pal to experience together. This two-player adventure sees you have to try and solve escape rooms, overcome obstacles, and get to the bottom of an ancient mystery. With a charming, arty style, this is definitely one to watch if you're looking for something to play with a buddy. Despite enjoying a number of Bond movies over the years, the last game I played starring the titular spy was GoldenEye 007 on the N64. Since then, things have been a mixed bag, but something about 007 First Light is drawing me back into this world of gadgets and innuendos. I think it's the combination of an original narrative closely inspired by the novels, a reset button being hit in terms of the characters, alongside a studio who really knows how to make a great action title. I don't want to play through a movie I've seen, I want to experience the world in a unique way, and it looks like I may be in luck. Crimson Desert hooked me from the moment I finished watching the breathtaking trailer, which flaunted incredible visuals and a mind-blowing scope. But no matter whom I talk to about this game, the conversation always comes back to a single sentence. That game looks very ambitious. It's not that Pearl Abyss shouldn't be ambitious with their project, but the scale and unfathomable level of nuance present in the trailer feel like it's setting gargantuan expectations. Crimson Desert has our attention. We just hope its medieval fantasy world meshed with magic, mythical creatures, and futuristic technology delivers on what's been teased so far. Mixtape was one of my more anticipated games of 2025, having first piqued my interest at Summer Games Fest 2024. However, things were all quiet on the Xbox front since then, and the game silently slumped back into 2026, and hopefully not beyond. Made by the team behind the woefully underrated The Artful Escape, Mixtape is another soundtrack-driven adventure that is sure to dial things up to 11. Shocking absolutely no one who knows me in any way, I'm super hyped to revisit Yakuza 3 with its Kiwami remake, and even more hyped to get more mind narrative with dark ties. I often scream about my love for Majima from the top of my lungs, but for those who care about my fan rankings, mine is actually my third favorite character. So now you know. Will Fable actually come out this year? Who knows? Did I also write down Fable last year? Yep, and I'll do it every year until it does release, because Microsoft isn't giving me much else to work with. Plus, I just bought an Xbox One the other day so I could play my original copies of Fable 2 and 3 from like 15 years ago. God, I love Fable. I need more non-American fantasy and humor in my life. I have been waiting so long, Microsoft. Just a crumb of Fable, please. Xbox isn't the console that I'll be playing Grand Theft Auto 6 on. I bought a PS5 Pro specifically for it, but I can't miss a chance to hype up Rockstar's next monolith. We all know why GTA 6 is exciting, so I won't waste your time with that, but I have no doubt in my mind that it'll manage to live up to the impossibly high expectations we all have for it. As long as it actually ends up launching next year, fingers crossed, GTA 6 is going to be a true game changer that shows just how far the medium can go. Hot take, I know. Outside of a mild obsession with Halo Reach's multiplayer 15 years ago, I was never a Halo guy. That was until very recently when I started playing through the Master Chief Collection with my son. We're midway through Halo 2 as I type this, and after not being all that fazed about the Halo Campaign Evolved remake announcement, I am now itching to see what Xbox has done with the game that started it all after having played through the original just a few days ago. It's going to be a big year for Xbox if all goes to plan, but a return to Halo's roots is the game I'm looking forward to the most. Phantom Blade Zero is a hack-and-slash RPG that's the spiritual rebirth of the original Rainblood. It's an Unreal Engine 5 creation, which is allowing it to be much larger and richer than the source material, without losing its core. Set in the Phantom world, you'll blend Chinese Kung Fu with occult arts and other powers that make Phantom Blade Zero a little different. You play as assassin, Soul, who's been framed for murdering the patriarch of a powerful organization known only as the Order. Technically, he's been brought back from the dead, but now only has 66 days left to find out who framed him in the first place. JRPGs are kicking off 2026 with a bang thanks to the upcoming release of The Legend of Heroes: Trails Beyond the Horizon. In this new adventure, you'll have to make your way through a grand story that involves a mysterious space program and plenty of new, colorful characters. This is an action RPG, so expect plenty of combat with bright flourishes too. A standout moment from the Game Awards 2023 was the announcement that the upcoming Marvel game, Marvel's Blade, is in development. The teaser trailer lets on very little save that the iconic vampire hero of comic book legend is to make his long-awaited return to video games at some point in the next few years. Being made in tandem with Xbox, it's not expected to load outside the Xbox Series X or PC platforms. It's a bummer for Sony fans, but good news for us PC players keen to sink our teeth into a dynamic single-player experience.